This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, everyone. All the participants are requested to mute their mic. On behalf of Department of Mathematics and Statistics, SSR College of ACS, Silvassa, I, Vishwas Khare, welcome all of you in the national webinar on Moodle Learning Management System. Today's resource person is Mr. Vishal Khare. Before we start the session, we have with us our principal, Dr. Rajiv Singh. I request Principal Sir to say a few words. Hello. Principal Sir, you are requested to say a few words. Okay, let me introduce to you our resource person. Mr. Vishal Khare is a senior faculty member of Department of Mathematics and Statistics of SSR College. He is having 13 years of teaching experience. He is MSc NET and currently doing his research work from VNSGU Surat. He has participated in many seminars and given talk over there. Now I request Vishal sir to start the session.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Vishal Khare from SSR College of Arts, Commerce, Science, Silvassa. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, in this webinar, we are going to see how to use Moodle learning management system. Introduction to Moodle. The acronym Moodle stands for Modular Object Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. Moodle is a free and open source learning management system written in PHP and distributed under the GNU General Public License. Moodle was originally developed by Martin Dogiamas to help educators to create online courses with a focus on interaction and collaborative construction of content. And it is in continued evolution. The first version of Moodle was released on 20 August 2002. Nowadays, the Moodle project is led and coordinated by Moodle headquarters, an Australian company of 50 developers, which is financially supported by a network of 84 Moodle partner service companies worldwide. Moodle's development has also been assisted by the work of open source program. Moodle is a learning platform, can enhance existing learning environments. As an e-learning tool, Moodle has a wide range of standard and innovative features, such as a calendar and a gradebook. Moodle is a virtual learning environment and can be used in many types of environments, such as education, training, and development, and in its business setting. There are so many Moodle hosting services available, but in particular, we'll see how to create free Moodle site on Gnomeo.com. So in this presentation, we will see how to create Moodle site on Gnomeo.com with self-registration facility for the students. Secondly, how to set up a course on Moodle site, in which we will see how to set schedule and syllabus of the course, how to add PPT and link of video lecture to the course, how to set assignment to the course, how to set quiz to the course, and how to set discussion forum to the course, how to set feedback to the course, and how to check assignment of a student uploaded by students. So this is an example of a course already run. We had run this course 2 times. This is the title of course, basic course in linear algebra. And here you can see announcement are here, syllabus is also here, schedule of course is also here, unit 1 with unit 1 name is also here, and video is uploaded here, assignment is also here, multiple choice quiz is also here, and then some sort of final exam in the form of MCQ is also here, discussion forum is also here, feedback is also here. So like this way you can design your own course. So this is an example of a schedule. The title of course is basic course in linear algebra. This is the start date and this is the end date. So we can set the unit 1 start date and last date in this way. This is the assignment for unit 1. Here it is given the submission date. Here it is MCQ based exam, and the submission date and display date is also mentioned here. Similarly, you can do for other units, units 2 and units 3, and then there will be final exam. So by this way, you can make the schedule of your own course. Same way, you can design the syllabus for your course. Basic course in linear algebra, it is here unit 1. This is the topic, and these are the subtopics. And this is the similarly for unit 2 and unit 3. So in the next few slides, we will see how to create Moodle site on Gnomeo.com with self-registration facility for the students. So when you open Gnomeo.com in the browser, you will get this type of web page on your screen. This is the URL. Here it is the site name. You can here enter site name as you wish. Here you have to enter your email address, and here you have to select the language. In my case, it is I have entered SSR Mathematics here in the URL. I have entered my email. This email you have to remember, because all the information you will get on this mail. Then you have to select language, and then you have to click on create site. So this web page will be displayed on your screen. Your site is being created. So once your site is created, you will get all the information about your Gnome site on your mail, which contains site name. Now this is your site name. Here it is ssrmathematics.gnomeo.com, and username information and password information also you'll get in the mail. You can change username and password anytime. So this is the first page of your Genomio website. When you enter the address in the address bar, you will get this first page. You click here, login. When you click login, this type of page will appear. Here you can see this is your site name is here, and this is also display here. And after clicking, click on login. You have to put here, enter here the username and password, and click on login. So this page will be displayed. Here it is dashboard, site home, calendar is here, private site, private files are here, and site administration. This is the web page will be displayed after your first login. Then when your site is created, now you want the student to log into your website. So for that purpose, we have to do the setting for self-registration. Click on site administration. Clicking on site administration, you have to click on plugin. Here you have to click. Then click on authentication. And click on authentication. In authentication, you have to click on manage authentication. And after clicking on in this section, management or manage authentication, you have to click on setting in the this email based self registration. So clicking on setting, you have to change this disable. You have to change this disable to email based self registration. So now you can see this is changed. Now this is enable email based self registration. Now you have to click on save changes. So once you click on save changes, here you will get message changes saved. Now after logout, you will get this type of window. Here you have to click login again. So you can see this section is added here. Is it your first time here? So now the login facility is provided to student. Student can create account from here and log into your website. So far we have seen how to make your account of Moodle on Genomio.com. In the next slides, we will see how to set up a course on Moodle account. So you have to again put your address in the address bar of any browser, and you have to log in. So after login, here you will get customize this page. Click on customize this page. Here add a block will appear, and you have to click on add a block. Then you have to click on here. So many options are here, but we want to add here courses. So you have to click on courses. So after clicking courses, you can see this block is created here. So in this block, here you have to click on add a new course. Now you can give here course full name as you wish, course short name, course category, you can select miscellaneous, and course visibility, you can set it on show or you can set it on hide. Means you can make draft of your course and you can select here as a hide, and when you want to display, you have to change it as a show. You can set here course start date, and you can set here course end date. So fill all the information about the course here, and then scrolling down, you will get this type of description box. So you have to write here the course summary. Like this way, this course is for SYBSC student. The course duration is 15 days. Now you have to click here, save and display. So clicking here, You can see this is on this window. The title is displayed here, basic course in linear algebra. Now you have to click on setting here. So clicking on this gear icon, you have to then clicking on gear icon, you have to click on turn editing on. So when you click on turn editing on, your content will be in editable mode. So now you have to click on this pencil so you can edit announcement. So forum name you have to give here announcement, and in this description box you have to write here your announcement. This course is for SOIBSC students. Course will start from 5th June 2020 and course duration is 15 days. So this is your announcement. And then click on save and return to the course. So clicking on this, you can see that this announcement section is set here. Now we want to add here some activity or resources. So click on add an activity or resources from here in this announcement section. Click on add an activity or resources. So this type of window you will get here. There are so many options. So now we want to upload here the file of schedule. So you have to click on file. So click on the file and click on the edit. So the name of this section is schedule. We want to upload here the schedule file. That's why we have written here schedule. And in the description, you can write here download the file to know schedule of the course. So then we have to click on select file. So select file, and then you have to select the file of your schedule, and you can upload the file of schedule here. And then you have to click on save and return to the course. So you can see that this section is created, announcement section. We have uploaded the file of schedule is also here. So in the same way, you can upload the syllabus also here. Now we have to click on topic 1. So clicking on topic 1, we can change the name of topic 1 as unit 1 here. And then we have to click on the edit on this section of unit 1. Click on edit here. So you'll get here section name. This is unit 1. Again, you have to give here description. This unit contain definition of vector space and example related to vector space. So this is the description of your unit 1. And then you have to upload the file related to topic as we have seen in the previous slides. So you can add the file here related to topic 1. Then again you have to click on add an activity or resource here in this section, unit 1 section. Now if you want to add the video lecture link, so many options you will get when you click on add an activity or resources. From these options, you have to select here label and then click on add and go to YouTube channel and find the link of your video lecture, or you can upload any other lectures also. So copy that link from here from the YouTube, and then you have to paste that link in this label section, in the description of label section. So once you paste that link in the description section, you can see the video is here now. So in the unit 1 section, video is also displayed. Now we'll see how to set an assignment. So again, you have to click on in this section of unit 1. You have to click on add an activity or resources. Again, so many options will be displayed. From these options, you have to click on assignment and then click on it. So this is the assignment section of unit 1. You can give here description, submission due date like this, submission due date on or before 12th June 11:59 p.m. And then you can set the start date. When you scroll down from here, you can set the start date and end date of your assignment, and you have to click on here enable, and here also. Then you have to set the submission type. So many format are given here. You can see select PDF or Word, whatever you like. So you can see that this is a nice this assignment of unit 1 here. We get this type of window. So in the unit 1, that material related to topic 1 is uploaded, video is also displayed here, and assignment of unit 1 is also here. Now we'll see how to set a quiz. So again, you have to click on aid and activity or resources in this unit 1 section. So many options are there. You can see here we have to click on quiz, and then we have to click on aid. Once we click on aid, and you can see this is the title of our course. In this title, you can add the new quiz. So our quiz name is multiple choice quiz 1, unit 1, and you can give here description of your quiz like this. Each question carry 1 marks. There is no negative marking. Quiz will be start from 10th June, and submission due date is 15 June. You can give the description as you like in this description box. Again, scrolling down, you have to set the quiz start date, and you have to click on here enable if you want to display this date to students, and click on quiz end date, and you click here enable. So this will be displayed to the student. So you can see that multiple choice quiz of unit 1 is here, and the description is also displayed here. So how to add question here now to quiz? We'll see. You have to click on edit quiz here. Now to add the question, you can click on add, and you can click on here add new questions. So your quiz will be prepared. Now we'll see how to set discussion forum in your course. So to set discussion forum, you have to click on the topic and edit topic name as discussion forum, and then you have to click on edit, and you have to give the description in the description box like this. Participants can discuss here about topics related to course, and then you have to click on save changes. So discussion forum topic is here now. We will get this type of window. Again, you have to click on aid an activity or resource. Clicking on this, you will again get this type of options here. So many options are here. You can see. So you have to click on forum, and then you have to click on it. So you can see the forum name is discussion forum. You have to give here, and description you can write here. This will enable participants to discuss among themselves and with teacher. You can give here descriptions, and you have to click on then save. So this is the view of discussion forum. Here there are participants, you can see, And here there are individual response of participants. You can see responses. Now we'll see how to set feedback. So again, you have to click on the topic and you can change the topic name as feedback. Again, you have to change the topic name as feedback. Clicking on this pencil, you can enter here the topic name, which is feedback. And then click on aid and activity or resources. So clicking on aid and activity or resources, you will get again so many options here. Click on feedback and then click on aid. So clicking on aid, you will get this type of window. The name of this topic is feedback, and you in the description box you will write here your description. In my case, it is after the course is over, students are requested to give feedback about the course, and then you have to click on the save. So you can see that the topic name is feedback is here, and we have added the activity or resources, means the description of that feedback here. So it is this feedback section is here now. Now clicking on edit feedback, you can add the questions here. So how to add question? There are so many types of question you can add. There are so many options are here, multiple choice questions, numeric answer, short text answer. You can choose any type of questions from here. So if you choose multiple choice question, so these type of questions will appear like this question, like this way. How do you rate the course? Outstanding, good, satisfactory, poor. And you can edit these questions from here. Same way, there is another example. How was the course material? Outstanding, the option. Outstanding, good, satisfactory. These options also you can edit from here. Then when we click on show responses, these are the responses at a glance of the students. The titles are how do you rate the course? How was the course material? You can see here the responses of students in the feedback. Have you ever participated in any online course before this course? So answer is here. So these are the responses at a glance of feedback. If you want to download these responses, there is a facility. You can download responses clicking here. And when you click on overview here, so clicking on overview, you can see the summary of feedback. Submitted answer 11, in my case here, submitted answers question 6, allow answer from Tuesday 30 April, allow answers to 1st May. And these are responses. So this is the summary which we have seen earlier also. This is the at a glance, you can see the responses of feedback of the students. So in the finally we will see how to check assignment of students uploaded by students. So you have to click on assignment unit 1, which we have set in under the course. So you'll get this type of window. Then you have to click on view all submissions. So you will this student list. So here student name is here, email address is also here, status is also here, submitted for grading for this student also submitted for grading, and modify submission date is also here, and file submission we have selected it as a PDF file. This is PDF file here, you can see, and each student file you can see here in this list. So you have to click on grade from here. So when you click on, you can see the PDF of a particular student. So in this case, it is the PDF file of Anupama Nair. Now, how to check these assignment? You can see the PDF assignment and you can scroll from here. Next pages. Here there is a stem. When you click on stem, here there are two options. Right click and from two options are here. So put right symbol for, you can put right symbol for right answer, and you can put wrong symbol or wrong answer. And if you want to add comments, you can click on here. The comments box will be there, and you can add comments also. Here in my case, it is alpha should be multiplied in all elements. So this way you can check the assignment of student. Each student you can check, and there are facility to put right and wrong. Here you can virtually check the assignments. So after checking this assignment, you have to put here grade manually. So when you put here grade, student can see their grade. So after evaluation, this is the grade book of each student. You can see these are the names of the student. This is the assignment submitted of unit 1. Here it is a grade of students which you have already evaluated, and here also the grade of student which you have evaluated. And for multiple choice quiz, the grade will automatically appear here. There is no need to do anything. So this is the grade book after evaluation. And this is the grade sheet of a particular student, Bhargavi Dikshit. You can see she has completed assignment of unit 1, multiple choice quiz, assignment 2 on topic 1, assignment 1 on topic 2, multiple choice quiz is also attempted. And here is it is the result. The grade is here, weight is here, percentage of each assignment and multiple choice exam is here. You can see it here. The grade is automatically calculated. The total grade of this student is A, and the percentage is 98.88%. So you can view each student's mark sheet separately. So in this presentation, how to create Moodle site on genomio.com, will self-registration facility for students, how to set up a course on Moodle site, in which we saw how to schedule and syllabus, how to add PPT and link of video lecture, how to set assignment, how to set quiz, and how to set discussion forum, and how to set feedback. And at the last, we have seen how to check assignment of a student uploaded by students. Thank you. Any questions? Any questions from participants?
Hello,
Hello. Yes, sir.
is that audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Sir, very nice presentation here. Actually, from last 3 months, we are only getting knowledge about how to create e-content. You are the
Yes,
first
sir.
meeting when how to deliver this e-content to student. But my question is that actually, what is the difference between Google Classroom and this in Moodle?
So you can, it is sir your choice, but if you choose Google Classroom, so in Google Classroom the options are very limited. The plugins are very limited. And when you Google Classroom, in that case, you have to share the code with student. And the
Yes.
Google Classroom is not searchable on the web page. Means web page means web browser. It is not searchable on. It's your particular Google Classroom. You have to share the Google Classroom code, right?
Yes, yes.
And
Sir, one
yes,
more question.
yes.
Prepare on that my course site. What is the limit? Data limit is there because I am searching on Google Moodle Cloud. So it's provide
Yes.
me only 200 MB space, and which is for only 45 days are free. Here is any limitations on that?
Yes, on the Geonomy, 10 GB is the limit. Sir, this is on this website. If you compare your website on this genomio.com, it is giving 10 GB.
Okay.
Any other question?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank
Hello.
you.
Hello, Vishal.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. What is the capacity of this Moodle classroom?
Sir,
How many?
sir. Okay, sir.
How many
Uh,
students can be accommodated?
Sir, there is no specific number of users here on this genomio.com, sir.
Okay.
You can accommodate so many students. Means they have not given specific limit.
Okay.
They
Like
have not-
Zoom or Google Meet, you can accommodate 250 around.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 251 student you can accommodate on Zoom. But in case of Genomio, there is no specific user limit.
Okay.
They
All
have-
right. Thank you, Vishal.
they have not mentioned here, sir.
Okay.
On the
Thank you so much.
thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Any other question?
Okay, now I think there is no questions from the participant. Because of some internet connectivity issue, our principal sir could not talk with us, but he has sent his best wishes to us. So at the last, thanks to all participants for participating in the webinar. The PPT will be shared with you on your registered email ID. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe. Goodbye. Thank you very much.